Hi everyone, my name is Caleb Wiles, and today I am going to teach you the two-card Monte. Thanks for purchasing this trick. I'm going to show you how to use the props that you've received to perform what I think is a really fun trick to kind of carry around in your pocket or carry around in your wallet. It's called two-card Monte, as I mentioned. So in this case, I've got two cards. I've got a joker and also a 5 of spades. Now I'm going to mix the cards up like that. It's your job to keep your eye on which card is where. In this case, I'm going to put the joker behind my back. If I ask you where the joker is, then you'll just say behind my back. Of course, I'm a magician. I'll cheat, and I'll make sure that that is actually the 5 of spades, and the joker is way over here. We'll try that again. Look, I'll mix up the cards a little bit more. I'll put the joker behind my back. This time you know what to expect. So if you say the joker's behind my back, you'll be right. Of course, unless I want to cheat, then I can make you be wrong, and that would be the 5 of spades over here, and the joker is where you least expect it. Let's try this one more time. In fact, I'm going to let you hold on to the joker this time. So you hold on to that card. I'm going to put the 5 away. We don't need that anymore. But you know what? Let's make this really fair. I'm going to give you both cards. I'm going to have you mix up the cards in your own hands, and we'll see if you can find that joker. In fact, you don't have to bet anything, but I will give you $1 if right now you can turn over one of those two cards and show me the joker. They'll try to do that, and of course, they'll find there are no cards because the joker and the 5 have completely disappeared, and all they have left are these really weird cards that they can examine, and they'll find no trace of the joker or the 5. Now let me explain to you how that's done. You may have already opened up your package to find that I'm calling this two-card Monte, but in fact it is three-card Monte. But it's not just any 3 cards. These are 3 very special cards that were specially printed by the US Playing Card Company. You end up with what we call a double facer. So I have a joker and a 5 of spades. Your card, of course, might be different. It doesn't matter as long as the cards are different cards. And then you also have what's known as a double backer. So I have 2 double backers, cards, again, specially printed on one card. Everything about this card is the same as any regular deck of cards you would find, the way it's manufactured, except for they just printed a back on both sides. So here's how the setup for the trick works. You're going to place the double backer somewhere hidden away. And you want that place to be wherever in the fiction of the trick you place the card to do the magic. So in my case, I was placing the card behind my back each time, so I would hide this behind my back. You could also place it under the table on your lap if you like, and then you could do the trick a little differently, and you could say, look, I've got a joker, I've got a 5 of spades, I'm going to mix them up, and I'll place one of them below the table. In this case, the 5 of spades. In fact, no, that was the joker, right? And you can do the trick under the table each time, and then just leave the extra card under the table there, so you can switch it later on. The switch is very easy. I'm going to walk you through all the steps. In my case, I'm going to place it behind my back on the chair. Normally, I'm actually standing when I do this, so I just place it in my back left pocket or tucked up in my belt. All right, so here's the idea. You're going to show the cards, and you can sort of mix them up. When you want to show them as both different, singular cards, you are going to do what I'm going to call the Monte move. Now, there's 2 different versions of the Monte move. I'll show you what I think is the easier of the 2, and then I'll show you the more advanced one. Both are very easy from a mechanical standpoint, from a sleight of hand standpoint. You'll physically be able to do both of them, but one of them is a little more tricky to get your head around and to keep things straight in your mind. So this is what I call the easier version. So this is what the Monte move looks like. You'll hold the double facer below the double backer. You'll leave them sort of spread like that with the double facer to your left. And then you're going to place your right thumb on top and your right fingers below. And all you're going to do is turn the cards over like this. So I can say that's the 5 of spades and that's the joker. Keep your eye on the joker and the 5 of spades. 5 of spades and a joker. That's the move, right? Of course, you don't want to keep doing that too often, because the more you prove that these cards are normal, the more the audience is going to suspect that they are not normal. So I would just do it once or twice. I'd say, look, we're going to do a trick with the 5 of spades and the joker. It's your job to keep your eye on the 5 of spades. And now that's enough proving. You don't need to overdo it. Okay? Now, what I'm doing is, beyond just turning my hand over left to right, is I'm also doing what I'm going to call like a scissor move. So you notice if I point to the 5 of spades here, if I flip these 2 cards over, the joker should be in this general area, because that's the joker, right? And if we follow it, it should end up right over here. But if I just turn my hands over, the joker jumps over there. It's discrepant. It shouldn't be over there. So that's what the scissor move comes in. All we're going to do is just kind of switch those cards. Now, I don't do that in 2 steps, right? I do that at the same time. So as I turn my hand over, I slowly do that scissor move. So by the time I've turned over, the joker is in the right spot. If you do that, normal pace, you can say there's the 5 of spades and there's the joker. And it looks like you're pointing to 2 separate cards, when of course we know the 5 of spades and joker are on one playing card. Okay, so just remember, the double facer goes on the bottom, double backer on top, thumb on top, and then you do the scissor move as you turn it over. That's one way of doing the Monte move. The other way is to do it more up at eye level, at chest level here. And this is more difficult because I don't actually see what the audience is seeing, right? I'm looking at the back. I'm looking at the bad side of the cards. I know this is the 5 of spades, but to me, it looks like a joker, okay? So you have to practice this in a mirror and really get this down. So if you want to do the Monte move at this level, I do it this way. I say, look, there's the 5 of spades, and there's the joker, right? And the way we do that is I just always get in the habit of placing the double facer, again, below, or at least further away from me on the audience's side, the double backer, so it's the same as before. But this time I leave it down jogged, so I kind of square them roughly. It doesn't need to be perfectly aligned, but sort of square them vertically like this. And now I'm going to just turn over the entire unit, both cards as one, end for end, so vertically like this. And I just say with my left hand, there's the joker, and now I do the turnover, and with my right hand, I say there's the 5. And the fact that the cards go from left hand to right hand really seems like you're showing 2 separate cards. There's the 5, and there's the joker, okay? And of course, you can do that going the other direction as well. So you'll want to practice both of these Monte moves, figure out which one works better for you. Practice, practice, practice to make sure you've burned both of those moves into your muscle memory, because when you perform this for people, you've got to keep track of a lot more than just the sleight of hand. You've also got to keep track of where people are looking. Maybe someone makes a joke and you need to pause, you need to interact with them. You have to have a presentation. So you want to make sure you're practicing all of this. Okay, so there's the 5, there's the joker. And of course, like I said, you can do it the opposite direction. So for the routine, it's very simple. You're just basically going to show, I usually do it twice, that the cards change places. In this case, maybe I put a 5 behind my back, but when we look again, it's changed to the joker, and I show you that the other card is the 5. I usually do that twice. One thing I don't do is I don't ask the spectator, even though the premise of this trick is that we're going to do a guessing game, I never actually let them guess because I don't want them to try to get ahead of me and guess the wrong thing because they know I'm going to switch it. So I just sort of tell the story of a guessing game, right? I say, look, this is a game called Card Monte. I'm going to mix them up. I've got a 5 of spades and a joker. I'm going to mix them, and it's your job to follow, in this case, we'll say the 5 of spades. I put the 5 behind my back. You might say it's behind my back, but of course, Monte hustlers, they cheat. They'll switch that card for the joker, and they'll leave the 5 of spades over here, and you'll lose money. Now, that's not fair. You didn't know what to expect. I'll do it again. And you see how I didn't actually give them a chance to guess. I just sort of told the story of the Monte hustler, and I just made the card change sort of on my own time. So the first 2 times, all you're going to do is go behind your back, turn over the card so I can show, there's the joker, there's the 5 of spades. I'll put the 5 of spades behind my back. I secretly turn it over behind my back, show them it's actually changed the joker, and now again, place it on the face. I do the Monte move, whatever version you want, and I show the other card. Then I repeat that. On the 3rd time, I say, you know what, let's make this really fair. Obviously, I'm cheating, I'm doing something. I want you to hold on to the joker, and I give them the face down double backer. Now, this is a gimmicked card, right? I say, you're not allowed to look, but I want you to take the joker. I'll put the 5 behind my back. In fact, to make it very fair, I'm gonna give you both cards. All I do, you don't have to be fast about this, you don't have to be slick about this, it's just about timing and confidence. I give them one card, and as I take the joker, or the 5, whatever one, behind my back, I secretly switch it. So if it's in my pocket, I put this card in my pocket, and I take out the other card. I don't do it quickly, I just do it confidently. So I put one card away, and I say, you know what? As if I've changed my mind, I won't even put anything behind my back. I'm gonna put everything in your hands. You get to mix the cards up, and I'm gonna see if you can find that joker. In fact, you don't have to bet anything, but if you turn over the joker, I'll give you $1. And of course, they'll play around, and they'll turn over one of the cards, and then both of the cards, and they'll realize that there never was a joker, there never was a 5. That's because Card Monte is a scam, and you can sort of play that up with your audience, and it's a fun routine. Again, you can carry this around in your pocket, put it in your wallet, and you've got a nice fun routine to play around with an audience and to show them some really amazing magic with just a few cards. And that is the Card Monte.